had a winning record, has a winning record. And, you know, sure, the Jets playoff hopes and all that stuff, it's like really, really dwindled. But nonetheless, we'll get into this deeper, but you don't, as much as everybody starts to submit to the tank, I even found myself that way. Like 3 weeks ago, I was like, I think they finished with 7 wins. And then last week, I was like, man, I don't think they can win another game. They just look lifeless. You do really want to be careful of that because it's just a stink, as we've said, Joe, that it's hard to get off the longer it goes on. And if this team lost out the season, you do jeopardize the future of retaining your top talent like Garrett Wilson and Breece Hall and Sauce Gardner. So it's not just a win. If they won this game 9-3 or something like that, I think you'd feel much differently about it. But the fashion because the bottom line is, besides Zach Wilson, and even he's playing for his NFL career, a lot of the guys that, were a big part of this win today, Garrett Wilson, Breece Hall, we'll go through all the defense. They're going to be expected to be a big part of a lot of wins next year with Aaron Rodgers under center. So it cannot be defined as just a completely meaningless win. There was a lot to unpack here.
Yeah, I think both of us didn't think this team was going to end the season with 10 straight losses. We figured there was going to be a game or two in here where they were going to find a way to win. And I thought
against a bad team though, right?
We thought that there was a chance they could be frisky in one of these 2 weeks, but the win would come probably against Washington and New England, or maybe both. And if they beat a team like Houston, it would have been, especially when it was 0-0 at halftime, you're like, they could probably win this game like 6-3 or 3-0. Like, the weather's that bad. It's that kind of day. I don't think anybody saw a 30-point explosion effectively like concentrated to like a quarter and a half, but that's what you got. And it was a good day in that I think most people are starting to accept the reality, especially now with what's being pretty aggressively leaked. Like, as we've been saying, like Robert Saleh and Joe Douglas are going to be back next year. And I know it's felt like that's inconceivable at a certain point. It's always been very likely they are going to be back. So whether you agree with that or disagree with that, and you can make a very strong case on why you disagree with that, that's the